Let's go. Here we go. Becky G back on the Cruz Show. Real 92.3 LA's new
Woo!
home for hip hop. Look at her. Look at Becky G.
Hey!
There she is. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feeling
I'm so
good,
happy.
looking good, doing
I'm happy
good.
to be here. It's crazy. It's been a crazy time for
Been a
everybody,
crazy
I think.
time.
No?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. But we made it. We're here.
We made it. We're here. How you guys?
We're doing well.
We're doing good.
Doing well. Jackie
Wow.
Ramirez is brand new to the Cruz Show.
Welcome.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, it's super exciting. We've actually met once before.
When?
When you were singing the national anthem at Dodger Stadium.
And you were
Hey.
very rude.
No,
just kidding. I'm just
never,
kidding.
Don't be
never.
like those people in the comment section. They'd be like, my tia said that she saw her at the supermarket and she was so mean. I'm like, you mean tired?
Yeah, no, like I'm literally shopping for groceries.
Like didn't
what-
know that you were watching me get my like tortas. What?
You mean I was upset because you were filming me privately without me knowing
Oh
it?
man, it happens all the time.
You still go
No.
to the grocery store though? You don't Instacart or Postmates?
I mean, to be honest, after the pandemic, it's been hard to like go back to like
Anything?
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still scary. I'm still super miedosa to like go out, like be out. Like so every now and then I'll like go out to like a club still and I'm still like, wash my hands. Get away from me.
Sanitizer, like
Give me
on
some
deck.
space. Yeah, it's still weird. Like people,
Yeah.
it's weird to be back into it. It's so wild.
You're Jeff Garcia's people.
You the same way?
Look at same way.
Yeah.
Sanitizer everywhere.
Yeah,
Jeff will
yeah.
shake your hand, right? Shake your hand, and then in your face, clean his hands.
It's something about
Please be with you. I'm putting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
it's something about the G's. Becky G, Jeff G, you know what I'm saying?
It's a G thing, baby.
It's a G thing.
I like
All
it.
day, all day. You hear? Your mom is here.
Yeah.
Shout out to your mom. Who else is here? Is it just
That's
you and
it.
your
It's
mom?
just us.
I love that.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Okay, so it's funny.
That's dope.
Because I had bumped into, I said Theo Big Boy the other day, like a week ago in a meeting that I was having at a restaurant with my creative director. And it was, we exchanged numbers, updated, oh, what's up? Oh, you should come through the office, say hi to everybody. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, let's do it. And then you hit me and you're like, hey, you know, I heard you were going to come through. I was like, and I was like, hey, Theo Kurt. I was like, it's my day off. I'm coming and see you guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
for
we
that.
appreciate
Thank you.
that.
Are you kidding me?
Appreciate that
No.
so much.
See what happens when you return DMs? It's work.
Oh, no, but it's crazy because I think it's different for me today, especially after the pandemic. I don't know how it was for you guys. Obviously, to have work is such a blessing, but you're
Say it
really
again.
lucky to love what you do. And I feel like right before the pandemic, I was getting into that really dangerous territory where you start to become almost a little bit resentful towards like the pressure and like having to show up and the expectation, even if it's just you putting it on yourself. And so showing up in things that I'm passionate about in a personal way is important to me. And that's why like on a personal day, like coming to see you guys, like we're just hanging out,
We're
you
hanging.
know? We're
Yeah.
just hanging
We're
out.
having Randy's Donuts.
We have Randy's Donuts.
We're
I brought my
here.
mama.
Mom is here.
Yeah.
You feel me? All we need is salsa, maybe.
Well, the first time I ever came to see you, I brought my whole family.
Your entire family was
And
there,
food.
and it was a hallway full of salsa.
Yeah.
It was just, and it was, and you were little Becky G.
I was
You
little
were
Becky
rapping,
G. I was rapping and doing the thing.
and now look at you, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're a mega superstar.
I'm
did
still
it.
little. What do you mean?
No.
Not that big. I'm just kidding.
Big in life.
Big in life.
Big in life,
I'm
doing
blessed.
major
I'm
things,
so
big
blessed.
things, man.
Yeah, the one big thing that you recently did too was the All-Star game weekend.
Crazy.
How was that?
I mean, you guys know, like it's the Dodgers Stadium.
Yeah.
All day.
I've gotten to do like the national anthem there before, and even before I ever got to sing in that stadium. Obviously, I grew up going there,
Yeah.
having lots of Dodger dogs. Lots of, nosebleed, like seats all the way at the
Of
top.
course, but we're there.
Yeah, but we're there, and it's just such a core part of like my childhood that to have gotten to do like my own show, after show, whatever, after the All-Star game is so cool. It was the
man,
dopest
energy
thing ever.
out there was crazy,
It
right?
was so fun. Yeah, it was big.
Yeah, it was really,
Yeah,
it was a huge
really
thing.
big.
Yeah.
I was like, I honestly, so they had invited me originally to play in the game, and I was gonna do it. I was so
should
excited.
have.
No, I know, but it was like then the performing came, and it was like, do you want to
Okay,
perform or do you want
right.
to play? Because it wasn't gonna be both. Like I couldn't do both, and so I was like, oh, I want to perform. And the reasoning in my head, like it just goes to show you, right? Sometimes like the logic in your head is very different than what people would assume. And for me, it was like, well, no one's gonna stay afterwards anyway, so it'll be like my warm up show for like one day when I really play like Dodger Stadium, like for a real Becky show. And I was so surprised that like people like stayed and they hung out. Like my whole
Very
family was there, and yeah, my city really showed up. It was beautiful. It was really cool.
Like,
really
I mean,
cool.
I was hosting that day, so I was the one like telling people like, hey, if you want to go get a free wristband, go and get it. And then people were coming up to me, they're like, where's the free wristband? I was like, I think they're all out. They're all like, really? I was like, yeah, but you can enjoy from your seats too. It's still fine. But you had an incredible performance.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun.
That's love.
I bawled my eyes out afterwards.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's just such a like feeling of pride. You know what I mean? Like when you have that kind of like when a place like that has such a significance to you, it didn't matter if there was like 2 people in the audience. Like just to have that opportunity was so incredible for
And
me.
when you're up there, you're thinking of your abuelitos, you're thinking of your parents,
Oh,
you're thinking
yeah.
of your siblings, you're thinking of them all. All of
Everything.
them are up there with you, and it gets emotional.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we had a good time.
That's right. Good times. Now, you talk about your job really quick, going back to that. What's a job you can't do? What's a job that you would never do?
Ooh, I think just
I drive by guys working in the street, and I'm like, man, those guys are better than me, man. I couldn't be out there in this heat like that.
You know what, though? I think you'd be surprised because all of us would do whatever we can to provide for our families.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
for
I mean,
me,
I have.
that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I don't think, like, if it meant that I was going to be able to, like, provide in the ways that I want to for my family, for myself. Like, honestly, I think anything that wouldn't, like, sacrifice, like, my morals, you know what I mean? Like, I would really just, like, I don't know, do the work. I don't
Put in the
anything
work.
with people. I love people. So, like, being out in the community is, like, I don't know,
That's
something with
right.
people.
Could you be a teacher?
Yeah. Oh, I love
I was
kids.
literally
For real?
about to ask
Oh,
that.
yeah.
How many kids do you want?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, I do. I'm one of 4. I'm the oldest of 4. I have my 2 younger brothers, Francisco and Alejandro, and then my sister, Stephanie.
Yeah. You want a lot after you have 2. You don't want that
anymore.
many.
I mean, look,
I
I'd be
promise
blessed
you.
to have any
Of
any
course,
kids,
of course, yeah.
but like for
but
me,
after 2, you start to think like, oh shit.
I mean, yeah, but I look at my siblings and they're like my best friends.
Yeah.
Like my parents got married super young, and my mom, by the time she was my age, already had all 4 kids. We were all born so close back to back that like now we're all young adults, and like they're my homies. Like they really hold it down for me.
That's very dope.
Yeah.
That's very dope. Now, do you want to keep it traditional and have kids and then get married? You want to keep
Is that the tradition?
that's a
Mexican
That's
tradition, bro.
traditional now, but
We gotta
I
have
mean,
children first, and then
everyone's
we get
switching
married.
it up
I
now.
know.
So
No, I mean, for me, I think whatever comes, like
Yeah.
whatever comes as it comes. I think culturally speaking, there's so many layers there that we grow up feeling the pressures of.
Yeah.
Like I've been with my
Absolutely.
man for 6 years, and I remember 6 months in, it was like, ¿Y cuándo la boda? And I was like, huh?
Crazy.
I like this guy. I think he's cute, but I don't know him. Like,
that.
yeah,
I
I remember.
6 months in, they're like, no.
It's a little
Nah,
early.
I mean, he's been around 6 years, so that
Yeah,
means I
yeah.
like him for real, for real.
mean,
For real.
And it's well documented that you made the first move, right?
Oh yeah.
Would that be the
Good for
same?
you.
Proposing. Would you be opposed to proposing to him?
I wouldn't be opposed
Don't
at
you
all.
dare do that. Don't
no,
you
no,
dare
no,
do
but
that.
no, maybe not first.
Uh-huh.
But I actually really love the idea of 2 people, like, because it's 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming together, like 2 wholes, choosing to live life together. Like, it's a choice. You know what I mean? So, like, to ask someone and to be asked, I think is a beautiful thing. Like, I would want my partner to feel, like, special and be like, you have a choice, too. Like,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
you
never
know?
thought
Like, I
about
think
it.
there's something, like, I don't know, beautiful in that.
But does your
My
dad
mom,
want to see you
my mom
proposing to a man?
performed. Yeah, my mom performed. My mom proposed to my dad.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Yeah, at the swap meet, I think it was.
Hey, that's right.
Let me find
Yeah.
out at Santa Fe Spring Swap Meet.
I'm done.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Wait, so
for
did she
that.
get on one knee? She did that?
No,
the whole
no, it was like a whole thing. I mean, my parents aren't together anymore, but they're homies. They're fine.
Uh-oh.
But no.
Was it a ring pop?
There was a ring pop. No, but I mean, think
No wonder
about
Leche
it.
was
like,
flirting with your mom.
No,
He must have
no,
got
no.
word.
We was chopping
She's
it
cute.
up.
Hey,
calm
she's
down.
cute.
Nah,
listen,
She's
respect. Y'all
cute.
look
Respect.
alike.
I can't wait to look like her when I get older. I'm very, very lucky.
Good genes. Good genes.
Great jeans.
But
Now you talking about the
yeah,
denim.
I think there's something really attractive in anyone knowing what it is that they want. Like today, like people, I think it's like in the subtext. You have to like really read people. Like what are you trying to do?
Oh, you
here?
got to Google people now.
Literally, and I'm just like, I want you. You know, and that's and that's that, you know, and there's a conversation there too, like, do you want me to? Because if you don't, I'm out. But but I do think like it's important to be like clear and direct about things,
yes,
you know,
yes,
and women,
absolutely.
I think historically for a long time, like we've had to like wait to be pursued and like keep the chase going,
Yeah.
and it's like life. I'm trying to build an empire here. I'm
Right.
tired. I don't want to leave my bed, so like you know, like,
Come
I'm
to
not
me.
gonna chase
I love
you.
that.
Like I'm not gonna do.
You
throw
coming or not? Like, what's up?
Yeah, no subliminal messages online and like thirst traps, hoping you see it. Like I know you saw it. Like
Yeah,
you
so,
know?
so it's up to you at this point. Like,
So that's how I felt when I pursued Seba. I was just kind of like, oh, he's cute. Like hi, like we have mutual friends. They were already trying to like hook us up or whatever.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
usually when you're
Shout
friends
out to
play,
Pink Ranger.
yes, Naomi.
That's right. I
Usually
think,
when they play Cupid, it doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah. If he's really good looking, I mean, it's like great to be very forward, right?
They love the boy.
Yeah, if you look like this, it's kind of hard to be a little forward.
I'm done with
it's
you.
tough. It's tough. But like when good-looking dudes, they could do anything they want, right? I mean, good-looking guys pretty much live the life. I think it's a lot easier if you're good-looking.
I don't know.
For
You
both
gotta
male
have
and female.
substance though, because there's no longevity in that. So like for me, there's like phases to a relationship that are important. Like
Yeah.
at first, when you like someone, like that's why they call it the honeymoon phase, right? Is the beginning.
Oh, God,
Because
yeah.
I don't know anything about you. I just know like I like you, so I'm attracted to you, right? But then there's like once the chemistry dies down, like the chemistry side of it, like is there compatibility?
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Yeah.
compatibility, I think is like that next phase of a relationship where like, does this actually work?
Is there a
Because I could
connection?
really like you
Yeah.
and like things about you, like adore you and admire you, but like, do our lifestyles like really complement each other? Because like if it's gonna go a distance, which
Yeah,
like I am totally a relationship girl. Like I said,
Yeah.
I get tired easily. I'm like, nah. I tried to like go out once and I was like, this is exhausting.
Not for me.
Like I know for real. Like I really did. I
Like
was
a
like,
what?
like have
Oh,
my
you had a
whole
Hoe Phase.
season.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my you know, like my hot girl summer.
That's
and it was
right.
fun.
It was fun, but it
like
gets old.
I prefer to be alone. Like if that's the case. Like I don't wanna,
Yeah.
you know,
too much work
It's
sometimes.
a lot of work, girl.
is.
It's a
Yes, it
lot.
is.
I keep up and I see the chemistry. You guys dancing and cooking together. Like it's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Thank you.
I see it. I see it. Question though, we've been having this debate in a long distance relationship. Who should pay for the flights? If you want to see him, do you pay for his flight, or if he wants to see you, does he have to pay for your flight?
Ooh, I think it's happened like both ways. Like if I want to see my man, I'm gonna book a flight. I'm not gonna wait for him to be like, come, I'm coming. You know, we've been
that's
together
big
long
fact.
enough where like I like to surprise him and stuff. It's nice. But I think it's nice too to be like, I want to see you. I got you a flight, but it's hard when you are me because you got to go through like hella people. My managers, what's her schedule look like? Can I actually have her fly out? You know, so it's a little
It's a
bit
whole
more
thing, yeah.
complex for us. But I think in a long distance relationship, it should be both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie, what do you think?
I agree. No, I agree. The reason they bring this up is because my man and I are in a long distance relationship
Okay.
right now, and when
She pays
Leche
for her
found out
flights.
that I pay for my flights, he's like, "Why do you do that?" Like
The
what?
big
Like,
brother instinct. I was like, yo, listen.
You're coming from a different place though.
Yeah. I was like, have him pay for a flight here and there. I mean, it's from here to San Fran. It's like $100 round trip Southwest. Gee, it's not like he's breaking an arm and a leg. If
first
he
class.
was in like Lisboa, Portugal, or something, like sabes que
Right.
meet me in the middle. Gee, let's go
Meet me
halves.
in the middle.
Pero
I'm
I was just, I
done.
don't know. It came from like
Let's split an airline ticket.
Because at least listen, for me, it's like if we were dating, seeing each other, like okay, listen, I'm not your man, so I don't really have to provide, you know, or whatever. We took it to the next level. Y'all been together for X amount of years. I think it's it's
Yeah.
yes, definitely from time to time you pay for a flight or whatever.
Yeah.
Pero, dog, what are you doing?
Yes and no though, because see that's the thing. The ins and outs of a relationship. Like for instance, I've been with Seb about 6 years. People know about us, but they don't know about us. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm very open about how happy this person makes me. That he's my best friend. But like I think too, like it's very easy to assume that like, oh, because I do what I do, she must got a lot of this, or he does what he does, so he must got a lot of that.
Right.
Like it's how we show up in the relationship for each other that some people may not understand. So like I might, be the what is it, the breadwinner of the family, like and have a partner who's a stay-at-home dad. that doesn't make him less of a
Sounds
man.
like life to me.
You know what I mean? That doesn't make him that doesn't make him less of a man.
Exactly.
Like to me, that makes him
Absolutely
a
not.
great father. You know, that makes him a great partner because he's showing up in the places where I necessarily can't in that dynamic. You know, so I think it just depends. Like only you know, girl. If
Exactly.
you're happy, you happy. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. See,
Yeah.
let's just stay out of my relationship.
Okay, all right.
But good for you to have gentlemen here who want the best for you.
Yeah,
too.
that is-
You're
You
welcome.
know.
Next time he pays for your flight, you're welcome, homie.
Leche comes from a very toxic place.
I do.
He's
I-
still on his,
Toxico.
Product of
Yeah,
an
he
affair.
Hey.
he's still on his whole phase, so
Like,
it's okay.
I was telling your mom off air,
You're
like,
not tired?
You're not tired.
you know what?
I see those bags on the other thing. He's like, I'm exhausted.
I was dream chasing for a minute. I've obtained some of those dreams, so now I feel like I gotta, take advantage of the fruits of my labor. You feel me? But anyways, yeah, I grew up in a, I would say
Shit.
toxic dynamic. Product of an affair. My mom was a mistress. I grew up around women that settled for less, like, guys all cheating, beat them up. But, at least he's paying for my rent, yada, yada, yada. So
Why are you a hoe then, Leche?
Well, listen, first of all, I'm a good time, dog. I'm not a hoe.
Okay. So put some respect on it then.
It's community service. Anyways, so I was telling your mom, like, yeah, I wouldn't mind my wife making more money than me because at least I know she's there because she loves me and not because she settled for somebody that got a good job and makes, a decent living. So, yeah, salute to you. When you said, yeah, I'm the breadwinner, he stay home, that's the perfect life for me. I don't mind. I like to keep clean, cooks, ice good.
You got to stop spreading this message,
that.
Becky
That's
G.
hilarious.
Oh my
Hey, it
God.
just depends on
Whatever
it depends
works.
on whatever works. Like I think that's
Yeah.
the thing that maybe lacks today in dynamics is like people aren't having conversations about what they want or what they have needs for, and that might change too. Like who I was 6 years ago is very different than who I am today.
Oh,
Sure,
And
sure.
so, and how the energies blend too. Like I'm a female who has a lot of masculine energy, like in my business. So in my relationship, I need somewhere where I feel safe in my femininity because it's very hard for me to like not have like my BDE like boom, like I'm here to work, I'm in your face. Like it's nice to just be like a little baby sometimes, But like I can't be that way with anybody.
I absolutely
I can't
understand
just
that.
be that way with anybody,
Maybe
so
this is why I've been engaged for 10 years.
Tell him something, Becky,
You
please.
disapprove, and I totally understand.
no, I don't disapprove.
You're
I'm
judging,
I'm
and I
listening.
totally understand. No, you're judging.
listening.
You're thinking.
I
You're
want to
judging.
know why.
I want no,
and I get
genuinely.
it. And I get it.
Yeah.
But
Why? No, I'm just curious. I'm asking. I mean, we don't have to get. This isn't a therapy session. It's okay.
No, but it can be. It's good for us.
we have two kids. We have 2 kids. You know what I mean? It's just been, there's a lot going on. She is the love of my life. I want to marry her. There's no one else I want to be with. I want to wake up with her, and I want to grow old with her every day. Every day.
Yeah.
And I love her. and I'm getting a little nervous for whatever reason, but
His feelings are big.
yeah, but
Yeah.
she may be watching. But no, I love her to death, and we have 2 children. And it's just taken for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Crazy time.
I think as long as 2 people are on the same page, there's like absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should get on the same page. her
No.
and
no.
I.
Okay. Well, that's another.
We
yeah,
should
we don't
start
have to
there.
get
We
into
should
that.
start there. Right? Family is everything, right? So once you have kids, what's something you won't do that your parents did?
Actually, when it comes to us kids, my parents did such a great job. Like through thick and thin. Like I said, my parents may not be together anymore, but like healthy parents are where it's at.
Yeah.
Like I think we grow up, and I can speak to like the older generations, right? Where I hear even like my grandparents talk about like marriage and dynamics, and I'm like, that's interesting. I don't judge, but I think where I would do things differently when it comes to dynamics is just doing it for the right reasons, doing it because you want to, not because you have to. Relationships, it's a choice. It's a choice, and you have to be making choices based off of the facts, And if you are not being respected, if you are not being valued in a relationship, you have the right to walk away from it. You have the right to reevaluate it, like the same way we do our business, right? Every year you do your annual like evaluations. People get promoted.
Right.
Some people get demoted. Some people
happens.
get fired.
Preach.
Like relationships, to me, are no different. I think we have to have somewhat of a realistic expectation with that, because when you're with people because you have to, that's where resentment builds. And resentment is really
100%.
toxic. And I think in our culture, oh my God, the amount of times, not from my parents, but like other people and older generations that hear, es que él cuando da, 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 and it'll be from years ago, and I'm like,
You gotta let it go.
you can still make a choice. You know, you
Right,
can
right.
still
You're
make
still alive.
nothing's stopping you. But you know, again, doing it for the wrong reasons. You know, I think that's where it starts to get a little bit tricky. So for me, I want to do things with my kids and in my future marriage that are real examples of partnership. Like my kids in life, like I want them to feel that they're trusted in the way they're being raised, you know?
Right.
So like you can mess up. There's nothing wrong. You're not going to get in trouble because you made a mess, because you know how to pick it up, mijo. So like let's do it
Right,
together.
yeah.
Empower them. Like kids need to have healthy ego, not bad ego, healthy ego to go into the world and say, it's okay if I mess up because I'm going to get back up and I'm going to do it again. I'm the oldest, so I didn't have an older sibling. I had my mom.
Yeah.
So my mom was like my big sister. And my mom was young. She was a young mom. So it was like she would mess up and she would get back up and do it. So I'd be like, okay, that's how we do it. Slip and slide. Woo. Like you mess up, woo. And you get back up and you do it again. But also like we got to learn from the lesson. So like what are we going to do different, you know? And so for me, I think when I have kids, like I want them to have healthy ego. I want them to feel excited to attack life and say, ooh, when this opportunity comes, I'm not just going to take it. I'm going to make more out of it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Last night, my son spilled something. I said, son, it's a fruit cup. It doesn't have to be a disaster. And I thought to myself, why am I talking to him like that? You know what I mean? That's not doing it. It's not helping him. It's just, it's for me, I guess, out of anger or whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to hear that. Parents make mistakes
Absolutely.
all day. You know what I mean? But
Because
you
they're
have
also
to
the
recover.
child of someone.
Oh, God, yes.
That's
And a lot
also
of us are still
like,
children. I'm still a child.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're reparenting ourselves, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's the interesting thing, I think, for me when I think about even just the idea of having kids one day is like, we are all the child of someone.
Yeah.
We all have mother wounds, father wounds. Even if our parents did absolutely everything
There's still
they
trauma.
could do.
There's still, yeah.
I saw something, there was a therapist that I follow. She spoke about how even happy experiences in minority communities with family are traumatic. Like they mark us
They could be,
because
sure, yeah.
culturally, like we are wired to believe that we're not deserving or worthy of having like good things.
Yeah.
So like even I have this still, like I'll have a happy day with my family. I went to Disneyland yesterday
Amazing.
and I cried myself to sleep.
Why?
Because it overwhelmed me with so much emotion. I was like, oh my God, like I was so happy, but also so sad because I was like, why am I so happy?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
is it gonna
like-
go away?
Oh,
Like, do other
man.
things not make me this happy? Like,
Right,
there's
right.
like a psychology behind that.
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
like literally your inner child, like
Yeah.
going haywire.
I
Yeah.
get scared when like good things happen because I always know something bad's on the way.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He gets very scared.
100%.
I hate when good things happen because I'm like something bad's on the way, and
Yeah.
I just like, but what is it? You know?
But that's also now borderline self-sabotage.
Oh, God, yes.
That's
Oh,
why.
God, yes.
Imposter
That's
syndrome
why
comes in.
you're a little toxico in relationship.
No,
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm over here
We're trying to be
diagnosing
better
and I'm
humans.
not qualified.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Be better human. You know. So
No, for sure. I feel that though. I relate 100%, and it's important that like we be honest. We have conversations about
facts.
it, man.
Facts.
We gotta talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Normalize it.
Yep.
It
Yeah.
happens.
What's something you can't talk about in front of your parents or to your parents or with your parents?
Ooh, you know, I don't think there's
Anything off limits? No.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I could never come to either of my parents for, ever. And I'm very, very lucky to say that because I know even for my parents, it probably wasn't that experience for them. But I think that's why, and I don't want to speak for my mom, but like, she's right there.
She's like, excuse me.
I'm like,
Your mom can say something if she
bien,
wants.
mija." I'm just kidding. No, but I think like, again, going back to like older generations and then my mom being like, although she's first generation American, like, and I'm second generation, like we did this together, so we're almost like undoing and breaking generational cycles together, which is a very unique, dope experience because I have a parent who's willing to do that. Because she's young and she's like, oh yeah, me too. Like when it's funny because I'm like my mom and it's like her, but she's like yeah, and my mom and that's my grandma. But like we're speaking as daughters, like we're speaking as the child of someone, and so it brings this like common ground where it allows us to like be like, oh, like let me talk about this with you. You know,
It
It's
allows
dope.
you to be open.
Yeah, I'm so lucky. My house was like the YMCA. All my cousins,
Everyone's
all
there.
my friends,
Everyone's
no,
there.
they would come to like our house. They'd be like, "Oh, it's because I'm going through this breakup and I don't know how to talk about it with my parents." And my mom would be like, "Okay, this is what we're gonna do." Like my house was like that house. We were like the Dr. Phil house. You know what I mean? Everyone would come
The
in,
shelter.
you
Bring
have
your
an
problems.
appointment.
Bring your problems. We're
Yeah,
all here.
no, man. But it was also like acknowledging like I became that person for a lot of people in my life, and then I was like, what am I avoiding in myself?
Yeah.
Like how you know, like what am I
yup.
avoiding in myself? Because I'm
Yup.
over here fixing so many people, at
Exactly.
least trying to.
Because you get distracted from what actually is going on.
Yeah.
And then you
inside.
have to start
And then
thinking
the
about
pandemic happened now.
right.
Boom.
Following your own
Mario
advice
Madre.
as well.
Yeah.
Following
I'm like,
your
well, I
own
gotta do it
advice.
too.
Following your own advice could be tough as well. You know what I mean? You give so
Mm-hmm.
much advice to so many people, and then you think back to what you're going through, and you don't know what to do.
Yeah, or people stop valuing what it is that you're trying to share with them because they're like, well, I look at your life. You know, like,
Always
wow,
consider the
you
source.
sound really, really responsible, Rebecca. Maybe you should do that too. You know, and I'd be like, oh yeah, huh? You know, yeah.
Do you have a girl crush?
Do I have a girl crush? I just think women are beautiful. Yeah, so I know a pretty girl when I see one. I'll be looking at my mom, I'll be like, oh, she's pretty. Huh?
No hate, right?
Me
No
too.
hate.
Oh
me too,
no,
me too, me too, me too.
I think women are we're the shit. We're the shit.
That's
yeah,
on period.
I love powerful women. I love boss women.
That's why I love them all.
My ultimate like girl crush, I think growing up was like seeing like J-Lo, like just be a boss. That's why she's like my idol. Yeah,
Yeah, man. That's a boss.
that's a boss.
Uh-huh.
Like, I feel
Patrona.
like for real, she really I think taught so many of us that like we don't have to just be one thing. Like we can be
Whoa, yeah.
multifaceted in that
course.
sense. You can be a performer, a dancer, an actress, a producer. You can be
A wife, a
a girlfriend,
A team owner.
a mother,
A business
team
owner.
a business owner. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know,
Man.
so
Come on.
yeah,
Owned.
yeah.
right?
Brown
that just
brilliance, like
screams-
Cruz says.
That's what
yeah,
it is,
that
man.
screams girl crush. Like that's ultimate girl crush. I love women who are on their like boss. Yeah.
That's what it's about. Esquemas, congratulations.
Thank you.
Fire.
Thank you
Sounds
so
great.
much.
A lot of
Thank
great
you.
content in there. A lot
Thank
of feeling, a
you.
lot of love, a lot of true emotion.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a true reflection of where I am in this season of my life.
You
and
can
I
tell.
think that's what I'm probably most proud of, as well as the fact that it's like a genreless album. Like there's no one specific sound. And I think it's because I've felt, and maybe you guys can relate, like growing up in communities like ours, like we grow up to check boxes, right? Like
Sure.
speak like this, work like this, and do this. And really what we have to offer ends up being so limited by those society, like, you know, esquemas, those molds, those things that they try to put on us. And so breaking the mold, romper esquemas, to me was like, that is my way of living. Like it doesn't do justice what I can do as an artist to just specifically work in one genre when everything inspires me. So that's why the album has, you know, a little bit of R&B influence in some songs. There's like a doo-wop trap record in there. There's Mami, which is like our lead single off the album. No Mienten, which is like a club record.
Right.
Buen Dia, which is like just me. The first song on the album is literally like from start to finish, like me and where I am in my life right now. And it's the dopest thing. Like I'm so proud of it.
It's a bag of vibes.
Thank
Question.
you.
Do you and all the Latina superstars have like a group chat going on?
A
Like,
group chat?
and if so, what's it called?
I'm so done. Me and Nati probably talk the most
Yeah.
often.
Okay.
And I mean, you know, because we've done so many collabs together, like
Yeah.
Las Duras de Las Duras is kind of like our, like the
Okay.
fans like to call us that, which is super cute. There's no like actual big group chat, but if there was, I don't know.
Who'd be in the group chat? Who'd be in the group chat?
Who'd be in the group
Yeah,
chat?
who would you add? You the admin.
Guys, I've had like such a privilege to have worked with so many women, like women like J-Lo, you know, early on in my career, down to like the girls who are really like out and killing it right now. Like Maria Becerra is incredible.
Killer, yeah.
Love her. She's super talented. We have a song together. And she's like one of like the newer faces on the scene in Latin music. And to me, it's exciting because I'm like, there's more of us like now more than ever. And that
It's a
was something
wave.
that I
Yeah, it's a
always
movement.
hoped for.
Yeah.
Because I feel like before, like pre Sin Pijama with me and Nati, like I didn't see a lot of like female collaborations at all.
Oh, definitely.
You know, so it's a dope time. But yeah, everybody would be in that. I mean, I would
That's
have
right.
everybody in there.
You're just going around. Let me get your number so I can
For
add
real,
you to the
and
group
I'm
chat.
that person. I'm totally that person. That's like the bridge. You
It
know
could
what
be
I
either
mean?
iMessage or WhatsApp because you're international.
Oh, I know.
So it's gonna be a WhatsApp group
gotta
chat.
Hey, what's up? Totally.
Yo, check out more of our YouTube interviews now, ASAP Plus. Download the free iHeartRadio app so you can check out the Cruz Show podcast.